Hey there, friends on YouTube. It's the JTL. I'm here again, and today I want to talk to you about the ModMic 5.0. The folks over at ModMic, I hit them up on Twitter and asked them if they'd send me one because honestly, this is not a lie. I had the ModMic 4.0 and I left it out, and my dog, when she was a puppy, got a hold of it and chewed it up, and no more ModMic for me. I don't know if the ModMic Antlion people believed me, but it's true. At any rate, they did send me this new 5.0. If you're familiar at all with the ModMic 4 or any of the other versions, then you know that it's basically meant to be a microphone that you can attach to any headset that you choose and use that as your chat microphone for your gaming pleasure. It does work on PC as well as PS4 and Xbox and all that stuff. There are ways to get all of that done. And so I was really excited to try it out, and I've been getting through a bunch of other videos, and so this is the first time that I've really had the chance to get it going and get it on a pair of headphones. So what headphones do I have right now? I've got the what are they? The Superlux 668 B. I'd been hearing about these guys for a long time, and everybody was saying, "Oh my God, they're so good," but they're only. I think I got them for 36 bucks. They go back and forth between 30 and $40 all the time on Amazon. And you have to get different pads. These pads that I'm wearing right now are velour pads that were $7.99. So all in all, I think I paid $45 for this headset. And then the Antlion, they still sell the 4.0, I believe, at 50 bucks. We'll check that later. I'm going to walk you through all the stuff that comes with it, and we'll look at their website and talk about that. But the 5.0 is a little bit pricier. It's about 70 bucks. And one of the great things about the ModMic before was it wasn't really all that expensive. Now there are some other options that you can get from Amazon that that are even cheaper than that. The Zalman Z1 or something like that is a mic that just clips on here and plugs in, and I think that's less than $10. It's not too bad, but it's definitely not on par with this. They definitely have upped their game when using this thing. So, without further ado, let's just kind of talk about what comes in the box and what we got going in terms of the ModMic now. So, I am going to switch over to my fancy other. So I'm using my game my over to my other scene so we can look together at the website. Okay, so here we are on the website. You see here this the ubiquitous unbranded through the magic of Photoshop M50X. You see here the ModMic sits. I've got mine sort of tagged right here. It has this little clip that's magnetized, and you can just take it right off and stick it right back on. And this, I don't know what kind of 3M magic they're working, but this little base will not move once it sits there for a while and gets set. So what you see here is the ModMic. We can take a look back at the. So here's the 4. It's $42 now. You can see some differences here. It's a little taller. It's a little bit different. It only has one mic setting. It does have mute, but you can get the mute separately or together. So that's what you're kind of getting with the 4.0. Now let's go back and take a look at the 5. So it comes with a windscreen. It comes with this. It has a switchable microphone right here. So right here, you've got forward is unidirectional, or see this little, some people call it the butt, but it's called, they call it unidirectional. This is actually a cardioid polar pattern, and you can switch this back and forth between Omni, circle there, and the cardioid here. So the cardioid sounds a little bit better, and the Omni, it picks up more of the room sound, and sometimes maybe that'll be a good thing. The nice thing about this, so you also see here, you get a mute switch, Now, previously, you could either buy the mod mic with the mute switch or without. You couldn't do either, but they've made it modular, so you can just unplug it. It unplugs from both cables, which is cool. And then it just slots right in there, and you're good to go. So, and it's got, as you see, green for go, and if you switch this, it's red. So you've got a female and a male 3.5 millimeter, and it goes right in between these cables. So the mod mic itself has a small, short cable, and then it has a longer cable that actually comes with two cables that you can use. You can either use them together or separately, which is nice. Here's something that didn't come with the previous mod mic package that I bought. You have this Y adapter. This will plug directly into your PS4 or your Xbox or anything like that. And then you have a powered USB adapter. This is basically a tiny little sound card that has a plug for the headphone and the microphone. And you just plug that into your computer and it's good to go. Now, I don't know if that will work with the PS4. PS4 is a little dodgy when it comes to the way they use USB for audio. So now they've got very nice cables, very sturdy on this end right here, very sturdy on every termination, and a much thicker boom stand. So I'm liking all of this a lot. It's really a nice setup. So let's scroll down a little bit and we'll look at the specs. So pretty normal specs for a microphone of this kind. In the box you get one Mod Mic 5, mute switch, a 1 meter and a 2 meter cable. So you can either use these separately or you can put them together as I have. You get a durable carrying case. And I like this case. It's really pretty nice. It's got some webbing inside so you can keep your extra adhesive pads, and then you've got, well, let me zoom out here. So I've got the little extra adhesive pads in here, and then you can keep the two dongles in this as well, and then the mic can slip underneath here and underneath here. You've got a strap here and a strap here, so cables can go on one side, the mic can go on the other. Fold it up, zip it up, and you're ready to go to your next LAN party, I guess, if that's your thing. So yeah, it's really nice. You get a 2 meter cable wrap and 10 cable clips. Okay, so this was the big thing that was kind of a drag about the previous mod mic. Basically, if you want to use the mod mic, you're just adding a cable to your headphone setup, and depending on what headphone you're going to use, that's kind of maybe not so good, maybe not so bad. But they have included more of the clips, which you can't see in here. Maybe, yeah, there's one right here on mine. So let's pull this guy off. And you can see the clip right here. It just grabs both of the cables and clips them together. And doesn't let go, I can tell you, because I've tried to let it go. And it takes a little bit of doing. And then from there, I came down, I plugged both of the cables in together because I wanted to have enough length to go away from my should be. And to get two cables, you see I didn't quite get it in there. To get two cables in there is, it took me a good 15 plus minutes. I couldn't get this in, but I did take some Velcro straps and just kind of make sure that it all stays together. This was just too fat. And that's where the longer cable comes in. See, here's the 1 meter is to here, and then the 2 meter goes on down. So that's what I did with that. And yeah, the reason I decided that I was going to go ahead and put both cables together and then wrap them both like this is that I got these Superlux, and one reason that I got them is they sound really fantastic with gaming. For what they cost, there is no reason they should sound nearly as good as they do. They are probably the second or third best sounding pair of headphones that I have, period. And that's saying something. I've got a bunch of headphones in my life. So these are really great, but the thing that I really like about them is that you can unplug everything. And then you're free. See, it has this little jack that is just sticking right out there. I don't know of any other headphone that has something like this, and so I really really liked it. And when you want to put it back on, you just grab it, you just stick it right back on, you're ready to go. And I have another cable that I can use for the Superlux for when I want to take them out on the town. They're semi-open. They're 40 to 30 bucks. They're really great, and for this application, nearly perfect. So that's the details about the ModMic 5. Just a quick run through of what we got going on. It is a nicely put together mic package, and the one thing we haven't done at this point is heard the ModMic, because I've been using my Blue Yeti because I want to have something to compare against. I've got a few other headsets here, and we're going to compare a few. We're also going to compare the ModMic plugged into my sound card, my what is it, a Sound Blaster ZX, plugged into the sound card, and then plugged into the little the little USB, I guess USB plug that that they send with it, and we're gonna see how everything sounds. So right now you're hearing the Blue Yeti, and I'm gonna switch here in a second to the ModMic itself. So okay, so now we're hearing the ModMic. Now I can't hear it because if I listen to it, then there's latency and everything comes back 2 seconds later. I'm gonna flip back now. I tried this out before I got on live, and I want you guys to check out, is there some noise coming through the microphone? If you plug the headphone into that USB dongle, it doesn't really sound all that great. So I have the headphones plugged into the regular 3.5 millimeter that goes to my sound card, or not my sound card, but my motherboard. But I also have the microphone only plugged into the USB dongle. So I want you guys to tell me if you hear some crosstalk noise, some little clicks and pops and wheezes and that kind of thing, because I heard a little bit of that when I was trying it before, and I'm not sure that it actually is doing that and getting recorded. Now, one thing that so that's that, and now I'm going to mute the commentary. I'm going to switch to 3.5 millimeter. Okay, so I'm back again, and so now you should be hearing this coming through the 3.5 millimeter that goes into my sound card. Now, if I'm not a betting man, but if I were, I would guess that you were hearing, as I have it muted, I would guess that you were hearing some hiss. And that's the one thing that has kind of bummed me out. Through the USB, it's much less hissy. It does sound good. However, it hisses quite a bit, and that is kind of a drag, but livable. I don't know. You'll have to tell me. Now, the one nice thing, I'll switch back to this view. The one nice thing about what I've got going on is that I do have this sound card, and it does have this crystal voice stuff. And while I don't really use any of this, for funny things like, now you see that I clicked on noise reduction, and that should have axed out a lot of that hiss. Unfortunately, it also dulls the mic a little bit, and that is a bummer. But I can also do things like this.
I can turn myself into an alien because hey, why wouldn't I want to do that? Or an old person, because why wouldn't I want to do that? At any rate, so
Here it is with that. You can hear that it's back to being kind of noisy, and now you can hear that with noise reduction on, it is quieter, but the mic quality isn't quite as good. So I don't know. It's nice that they provide you with that USB option because it is less noisy. There are a lot of other ways to get this done. A good sound card that has some of these features, like the Sound Blaster, is a good way to get it done. And I'm going to fool around with other things and, give you a sense after I get this video together and play with this for a little bit longer, give you a sense of whether or not uh, I endorse this product and can give you guys some good workarounds for how it works. Now, I want to go through a couple of other things while I'm doing this. So, right now, you're hearing the cardioid, or I guess the, what do you call it? Um, Unidirectional, that cardioid. Anyway, I'm going to switch it to omnidirectional. Okay, and so now I'm here with omnidirectional. It should sound a little bit more open, but a little bit more thin, a little less focused, perhaps. So you tell me. I'm going to take off the crystal voice here, and you tell me what you think. I don't have any of this rest of this stuff on. Turn it back on just with the noise reduction. Okay, so noise reduction, it happens in one of two ways, and it's too involved to explain right now. I think that this noise reduction is just cutting frequencies out, and that's why it doesn't have as good a sound with the mic, but it sing. So that's something to be exciting. That's something to be excited about. So a couple of other things that I want to talk about. Let's take the much maligned, the much maligned Sony Gold Wireless and see what we can hear with that. So now we should be hearing the Sony. And what do you think? I'm just kind of pointing it at my face. The microphone is right here. So yeah, okay. That's one comparison. Now we'll turn this off. And then we're gonna test out the Oculus Rift microphone, which is hidden somewhere in here. So let me switch that. Okay, now we should be hearing the Oculus Rift microphone. And definitely more hollow. It's more thin, but it doesn't sound terrible. So a couple of different comparisons for you. Now we're back to the Mod Mic 5. So that's it for my sort of testing of the Mod Mic 5 early thoughts. I mean, it is a nice piece of kit. It is you definitely get a lot for your money, although it is more expensive than it used to be. And you have every choice of headphone that you could possibly want to use, and it's universal for every gameplay option. So I think you should go check it out. Here's another set of, so these are $30 headphones. These are $300 headphones. These are the these are the Sennheiser HD 600s, which are revered as maybe the best headphones in terms of flatness and clarity out there. I've had them for a little bit. I'm going to do a review of those too. I'm in love with both these headsets, or these headphones, and I can. The Mod Mic gives you another little one of these guys. Another one of these little magnetized things. My vocabulary is failing me tonight. To put on another headset, and you can get more. You can order more from the website. So I've got these set up to go. I've got these set up to go. One nice thing about this is that you can move this little guy here back and forth to find the right distance. I found if I didn't have it back this far, then it was really picking up a lot of my breath. And so you don't want that. I kind of have them just off to the side to the point where it's not picking up my breath. Easy to use. If you want wireless headphones, then you're going to have to buy wireless headphones, because these This stuff ain't wireless. Anyway, let me know what you think. Have you tried these guys out or any of the previous editions? How did the different microphones sound as you were listening? And let me know down in the comments. Until the next time, this is the JTL, and I'm out.